If you want to select a very good procurement route and you don't know how, answer these questions one by one, just to know which procurement route is the best fit for me. If you are able to answer these questions, you will have a better understanding of what could be excluded at this stage and what could be considered as a valid procurement route. Say the first two, just for example. If you are saying that I'm looking for early completion, as early as possible, I need to complete as early as possible, then you cannot consider traditional, isn't it? Traditional procurement route will not help you. Design and build could be considered because we have fast tracking. Construction management could be, okay, so now at this point of time, you have already excluded traditional. Go down. Certainty of time. Is certainty of project completion of time important? That you need to know that we must finish on time? If it is yes, then what? Which one you can exclude? You can exclude construction management, you can exclude management contracting, you can exclude alliancing, so many things, because you are not sure when the project is going to finish. You don't have certainty. The only thing which will give you that certainty is what? Design and build, right? So you will be limited with your options later on. This is just a very superficial example of how we do it. So once you are done with that, you will be able to judge regarding the priorities. What are my priorities? You may get procurement option 1 works very well with regard to time, but doesn't work very well with regard to cost. Or it works very well with complexity, but doesn't work very well with the flexibility. Okay? So how you will make sure that you will assess right? How can you compare between two very close options? What can you do if you want to compare? How can you compare between two choices in your life, and they are so close to each other and you are not able to make a judgment? What's the tool that you use? Have you taken project management before? Excellent. Matrix. So how we do that? Scoring criteria. This is what we do. Excellent. So what you do here, if you look at the main screen, so we put that questions which we have already answered. What are our priorities? Do we need to finish on time, or we need early completion? Which one is more priority for me? If I say, for example, certainty is more priority, so I give it scale 1 to 5, so I give it 5 out of 5. This one is not important, this is important, this is not important, complexity, for example. And based on that, you have the options. So say, for example, this example will show you the traditional lump sum contract, single. Okay, single phase. So this one, the two-stage tendering process. And this one, design and construct, single phase, or second phase where you have development of design and then you give it to the designer or you innovate it. Okay, so based on that, you know, for example, that for traditional, the time certainty, for example, doesn't really work very well, so I give it 2. So 2 multiplied 2 will give me 4. And you give that score yourself, one by one. You score them one by one, and then the P. This P, you score 2, 5, 6, 2, 3, whatever. Okay, this scale is 1 to 5. So depending on what you can achieve with that, if the complexity can be achieved by traditional, so you give it 5. For example, and then you multiply the 5 with the weight of it, and then you get the total ranking. That total ranking, the maximum one that can offer you the best possible option.